All right, so it's Valentine's Day and you don't have a Valentine for whatever reason. Maybe you are going through a divorce, or this is your first Valentine's Day since divorce. Maybe you were in a toxic relationship and now you guys aren't together anymore. Or for whatever reason, maybe you are a widow. Whatever reason, you are going to be alone on Valentine's Day. And I'm here to help you. And so I have three things that will help you survive this Valentine's Day. So the first thing is this process I like to call feel it, own it, flip it. And this first part of the process, to feel it, I want you to feel your emotions. However you feel, like that is okay. Your emotions are valid. Your emotions are just messengers. So allow your cup to empty. However you're feeling, it is okay. If you cry, it's all good. The second thing is I want you to disconnect from your triggers. And sometimes we have different triggers. Like you go on social media and you see everybody is posting their flowers and their balloons and teddy bears, or maybe somebody got a Birkin bag or something. I don't know, whatever people get for Valentine's Day, people getting engaged, people getting married. If you're not in a relationship or you don't have, let's say, a Valentine this year, that can be very triggering for you and that can make you feel some type of way. And again, it is okay. I want you to disconnect from these triggers. So get off social media. Like, don't be watching those movies that make you sad and crying. I want you to reclaim your power, because a lot of times when we are looking at people in love and we feel some type of way, that means that we are lacking something. We feel we're lacking something. That's why we feel how we feel. All that love that you feel you're lacking is because you don't have it in here. You don't need anyone else to love you or to make you feel a certain way. You can give yourself those feelings. Sometimes, not sometimes, a lot of times on social media, we see people, posting gifts and things of, vanity. And you have to understand that social media life is not real life. And so sometimes we get triggered by things that aren't even real. This person that posted flowers, we don't know what their real relationship is like. This person that posted a car that they got for Valentine's Day, or we don't know what the cost of that car is. And I'm not talking about monetary costs. We don't know. We just don't know. And so a lot of times we get triggered by things that aren't even real. We get triggered by things that don't even exist in reality. And we take those things that we see and we make those things mean something about us. Like it makes us feel like we're not worthy. It makes us feel like, we're not loved. How come nobody will buy me this? How come, I'm not desired? And it just puts you in a state of lack. And so just be aware of that. We don't know the whole story. We don't know the whole picture behind a photo that we see. So just something to remember. The last thing is I want you to shift the meaning of Valentine's Day, okay? Let's be honest, it's a Hallmark holiday. And that's okay. I don't have anything against Valentine's Day. I love Valentine's Day, matter of fact. However, again, we feel this extreme sense of lack for this one day if we have an expectation and we have desires that aren't fulfilled on that day. And so I want you to shift the meaning of Valentine's Day and the love that you're expecting to receive from someone else. Why don't you 180 it and give it to yourself. Because until you give it to yourself, you're never going to see it from anybody else. You won't. You will always, you won't even if somebody does give it to you, you won't be able to see it because you have not given it to yourself first. And so I encourage you, anything that you are seeking outside of yourself from another person, you have not given it to yourself, because you're in a want state. That means you don't have it. If you want somebody to love you, that means you don't have love. Do you know what it means to be in love? I think I heard Dr. Joe Dispenza say this before. It means that you're in love. To be in love is to be in love, like abiding in love. And when you are abiding in love, you're not triggered when you see other couples in love. You're not triggered because the person doesn't see your worth or value. You're not triggered by someone who says they're not in love with you, because your cup is full and you're not expecting anybody else to fill your cup for you. And so just remember that anything that you desire from someone else, you have to give it to yourself first. You have to feel it within yourself first. And then it will be reflected back to you, because other people are a mirror, and people rise to the self-concept that you have of yourself. That's the standard right there. So, recapping the points, let your cup empty, feel it, feel your emotions, disconnect from triggers, own it. Just disconnect, like that's not for me, and take your power back. And the last thing is flip it. Shift the meaning of Valentine's Day. What if you chose to make Valentine's Day mean a day that you just completely spoil yourself, whether you're in a relationship or not? How much more enjoyable could a relationship be when both partners are not looking to each other to fulfill each other's needs? All the things you want to hear from other people, say them to yourself, affirm yourself. And when you do this, I promise you, this will be reflected in your life.